The following is a presentation of Muddy River News.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today, my friend Sally Westerhoff. How are you, Sally?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you for joining me. So I think a lot of people probably know you from the Quincy Humane Society, right? But that's not all you're involved in. You're also involved in what's known as Rotary After Dark. Now, I'm familiar with the Rotary Club and Rotary International, but this is a relatively new organization. Is that right?
Yes, we just formed about a year ago, and it was for people who can't make the noon meetings because the Rotary Club meets every Tuesday at noon. So we wanted an option to be able to meet in the evening after people get off work.
Genius.
So yeah, we're still small, still looking to recruit more members, but yeah, we're a good little group.
Yeah. So when you're talking about, members, it is all volunteer.
Yes.
Right? And the Rotary Club and Rotary After Dark, you tackle projects within the community to provide support within the community. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's kind of the same as Rotary. It's just an offshoot to give people who, like us, busy people, right? Who can't make the daytime meeting. It gives them an extra opportunity. So yeah, if you are interested, do they just reach out to you, or how do they go about?
Yeah, they can reach out to me. We do have a Facebook page that has some information on there. It has our email address, so people could contact us that way as well.
Perfect. And what kind of projects, I think I know a little bit about what the Rotary Club has done in the past, but what kind of projects are you involved in right now? I know one in particular, right?
Yes, so we've done some volunteer work. We just did some volunteer work for Toys for Tots, helping shop there. Covered Bottoms, we've helped with that.
What's that?
It's a diaper service.
Okay.
We pack diapers. They've also helped my community cat coalition with building shelter houses for winter sheltering. So a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything from pets. I know a lot of mothers and children service to different sectors within the community. One thing I believe you're working on, I hope I'm not wrong here, is the Isles Elementary. It's kind of a closet of sorts. Is that right? Okay.
Yes. So Melanie Covey is one of our members, and this was her brainchild. And I mentor at Ellington, so I was on board with it because I know the need there. So yeah, the closet provides hygiene supplies and also clothing and shoes for children who may have a need for those things.
Yeah, I love that idea. And it's discreet, so it's not in a way that you're, handing it to the children in a way that's going to be embarrassing or put them on the spot, right?
Right. The school nurses probably have more access to it, but it's also open to parents. If their child needs a coat, we have coats. We have sweatpants, sweatshirts, underwear, socks, and shoes were a big need because a lot of kids come to school in flip-flops and Crocs, and when they go to gym class, those things become a health issue.
Right.
So
absolutely.
So yeah, we found this place called Shoes That Fit, and we bought these fabulous shoes for $20 a pair with our grant. And so our shoe closet is filled, our coat closet is filled, and we have quite a few supplies, Band-Aids, some other things that the nurses need every day. So
that's excellent.
Yeah, we got a grant from our district Rotary, and we had a generous donation from one of our parents at school. So that's helped fund all of our current needs.
Yeah, that's excellent. That is, something I think maybe a lot of us take for granted is just simple needs, socks, hygiene products, but there are and I'm sure that need is growing because, like I say, almost every day things are expensive, and even people who, it's not for not wanting to be able to provide or not, not trying, but it's just a fact of life. Sometimes everybody needs a little help, and what better way to do it than to make sure they have their basic needs met, right? So they can focus on the schooling. Right. Yeah, that's excellent.
Yeah, because if kids feel good about themselves and they're more confident, then they're obviously going to do better in school.
Absolutely. Well, I love that you guys are doing that. And you did mention donations and grants, but it is primarily funded through donation of time and money through giving members in our community. So if someone wants to give, as far as a donation, for this project or any other project that you're working on, would they just go about getting a hold of you the same way, or
same way?
Okay.
They can contact Isles, and they can put us in contact. The big picture for us is really expanding this throughout all of the schools.
I was going to ask that.
In Quincy.
Yeah.
So
because I think now that I don't even know what they called it, but students from every part of our community are located in different schools. So it's not just one school or another that needs the help. It's everywhere. So
it's everywhere.
It is.
Especially with this economy.
It is. I know, it's just wild, isn't it? Well, thank you and the Rotary Club, Rotary After Dark, for doing what you do. It's awesome, and is definitely a step in the right direction for these kiddos and their parents.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Sally, I hope you have a great day. Thank you again. Happy
Thanks
holidays to you.
Happy holidays to you.
Thank
as
you
well.
so much. All right, coming up next, Britt B and Ash C and Coffee Talk.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
It's time for a home makeover, and Harvey's Furniture can help. Shop local. Shop with us for home furniture that complements your style. Find furniture for the family room, bedroom, dining room, or home office. Harvey's Furniture. Our home, your home. Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center.
Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
And welcome back. Now it's time for Coffee Talk. Of course, with Ash C and Britt B. It's been a while.
I know. How are you?
I'm much better. Thank you. I actually feel like I'm among the living today. So, and I know I'm not the only one who's gone through some sickness, but
No.
It does feel like this time of year, it's like you're spending, if you leave the house, you're spending $300 a day. If you, you're trying to find time to clean, wrap gifts, prepare dinners and, things, and all the while hoping that no one gets sick.
Yep.
I will say, silver lining is I'm the only one in my house who's been sick. So,
Yeah,
knock on
you better
wood.
knock on the wood. 'Cause
Knock on wood, because I thought, pretty fortunate that it was after my vacation and before Christmas. So I'll take it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Christmas, thank you for the festive lights here, the headwear.
Yeah, I got
love
them.
it.
They've been in my office for a while. I've been hanging on to them for this very day, this
love
very
it.
moment.
Yeah, and this is, of course, our final coffee talk before the Christmas break.
It is.
And Christmas is always, Christmas is different, of course, than when I was a kid, right? But I still love it on a different level. Like there's just something different about being able to provide magic.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I still love to receive it. Let's be real. I love to receive the magic. So if you had gifts and no need to return them, you can just give them
Yeah,
to
you
me.
can still get, yeah.
Yeah. But it is different. Like I said, it seems like there's a million bajillion things to do and not enough time to do them in. But I do still try to enjoy. We just went through
Enjoy them while you do them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I think I've been trying to take away. I talk about my stress all the time, like how this stresses me out. But yeah, I think I'm just trying to take the moment in and enjoy it while I'm doing it, because there are some people that don't even get to do it,
Right,
you know?
right.
So that I need to take in and, just take in the moment and slow it down for myself,
Right.
I guess.
Yeah, and show gratitude. Like you said, there are people who don't, they don't get to experience it, or, they're going through tough losses, or, even just tough times through like the economy, or, everybody just experiences this time of year different. So show grace, show gratitude, and try to take it all in, even though it may not all be pleasant.
Yeah.
But it's a great time of year nonetheless. Great time to give, great time to be thankful for everything we have. And one of those things I think we both have in common, and I'm sure everybody listening or watching probably has traditions.
Yeah.
You have?
I have a few. A few. So we did reach out. We on social media to ask a few people, like, what are their traditions, and my family piped in on that post and reminded me of one of our favorites. So we have Christmas Eve over at my dad's house, or my parents' house, but it's my dad's Christmas party.
Yeah, I was going to say
he's Captain
let's
Christmas.
Be real, it's your dad's. Yeah,
he usually wears like some kind of Christmas light up sweater. But the biggest thing that we play, and this is a great game that anybody can play, it was the Heads Up game that I think Ellen.
Love it.
It's Ellen's, the TV show.
Yeah.
Ellen. I think that was her that originally did it, but now they've come out with all different categories, and it's not just Ellen's thing. But
you can get it on your phone, and it's like it's real.
But it's
simple.
better to do it on the an iPad,
It's a tablet,
so you can see the word. I hate the people that shout out what the word is purposely, like when it's just not working out for them or something. We don't have any of those in our family. We don't.
Shame.
No, we don't have any of those in our family. But I've been to parties where that has happened, and I'm like, well, you were just ruining it for everyone.
Ruiners,
but
fun haters.
So just doing the games is different actually for our family, because we've never. That started about 5 or 6 years ago, and prior to that, it was always just drinking daiquiris and hanging out. You know?
Games always bring another element, especially if you have like the competitive folks.
Yeah.
And I believe Mike is pretty competitive. Is that right?
Yeah, but my cousins are the ones where
all right.
They get really into it.
Yeah.
I have one cousin that, she makes sure everyone knows
that she's winning.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, we love games. I mean, they definitely, especially if you have a hard time, if not all of your family gets along, it's a good way to kind of buffer some of that.
Sure, that is so true.
Even if at the end of the day you're mad about who's winning or losing, it still kind of creates that fun element. So
what's the game? I read something your aunt put on there. What's the one that you've been doing lately?
Well, so we have a couple. So my Aunt Amy always does this saran wrap ball for us, which if you haven't, it's hilarious.
I kind of vaguely, but how does it
So
go?
you wrap like gift cards or small trinkets or candies in this giant saran wrap ball, and it could be like press and seal, so it's really hard. And then you put on oven mitts and try to unwrap this while the person either behind or in front of you is rolling dice, and if they get a match of like a pair of numbers, then you have to pass it, and then you have to roll the dice, and everything that falls out of this saran wrap ball you get to keep. And I'll full disclosure, she watched the video of ours last year because she wasn't able to make it, and she was like, the F-bombs were flying. I mean, it gets really intense. So when I say competitive, we get competitive. And then as far as like, we do a gift giving game because everyone, the adults in our family, of course we still buy for the kids, but we were tired of, hey, here's what I want. Here's what I want for $50 or less. What do you want for $50? And it's like, I don't want to just get if someone's going to get me something, that they thought of themselves, that's one thing. But I hate telling people this is what I want for $50 or less and then getting it. And then it's like, there's no fun in that. So we decided to play a game where everyone gets a gift, a general gift that anyone would like or that's funny, $50 to $100. And we play this game, and it could be, pass this to the person wearing red. And so you never know where it's going to end up, and it's different every year, but it's the same game. And we just have so much fun with it.
It just goes on until...
It goes on. It could last anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, and it's just kind of fun. And we've always done like a big spread, but this year we're just doing soups. We're keeping it simple.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm really, really excited.
Homemade soups or...
Yeah, I'm going to make chili and then this like
veggie beef with cabbage or something. I've
Nice.
never attempted it, so if it sucks, hopefully everybody's nice
You have
to me.
chili as the backup.
Yeah, right. And then I found this like Christmas tree pull apart bread that looks really easy.
Mela made that last year.
Really?
Yeah.
How is it?
Great.
Yeah.
They asked for it again this year.
Perfect. Okay, so I may have to call her for some tips. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, that looks kind of festive and easy enough that I can tackle it.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
I am too.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I like, the food is my big thing.
I love
we
food.
have a best, like one of the big things that, we kind of complain about at Christmas sometimes is having to go from one place to the other, to the other, to the other. And I shouldn't complain about that. Is I get to see everyone.
The blessing of a large family and lots of loved ones.
Yeah. And then I get extra food.
Yeah, right?
But yeah.
Sometimes too much, I think. Not you, me.
Oh,
But-
same.
I mean, but it is one of the joys. It's like, okay, let's go. And
I like, though, the easy, like when people are like easy appetizers,
Yeah.
that takes the pressure off. I'm bringing the Christmas tree TikTok dip to.
is that the dessert, like
Yes.
the cake? That,
Yes. So like TikTok brings a whole new element to this
It
because
sure does.
all these easy recipes. If you haven't looked up the Christmas tree dip, you should.
I can't
It's
find the
Little
Christmas
Debbie-
trees.
Oh, that was hard.
Yeah.
That's so funny that you say that. I went everywhere to find them. I finally found some at Aldi, and I stocked up, and I don't know if they're still there.
Well, I've tried to find them. That's just a family favorite. Also, I think it's just a really easy class snack,
Yeah.
right? Because
Oh,
there
yeah.
aren't like too many allergens in them. So, and
I also don't really know what's all in them.
I don't either, so don't take my word for it. But it is easy, and they're pre-wrapped, and you can take them, and
Yes.
it's festive and fun and simple. But yeah, so no luck on that. So I'm not sure what I'm sending yet, but we'll see. Class parties are another thing. I'm missing my kiddos, but they're always fun. It's fun to see the joy on the kids' face, and they have so much pent-up energy.
They're ready.
They just don't know what to do with it. So
Yeah.
they're like, and it's one of the things that I just love. I love watching it because I know they're not all coming home with me. So it's like, okay.
So let's hype them up.
Yeah, I can handle it for a little bit, but it is fun to see.
I miss that with my daughter's class because now once they hit junior high, that's not really
I know.
a
It's not
thing anymore.
thing.
So soak it up.
It is. I know. And it goes so freaking fast. And that's what, so one of the things, it's been talked about a lot, and especially this time of year, is Elf on the Shelf. The elf visits some homes and doesn't visit others, and that's okay. It's not like, I don't think there's anything telling one way or the other. However, I did see on social media the other day, someone said, elves only visit bad kids' houses. And I was like, don't get me started.
No.
Because then I'm like, okay, it's one thing to not have an elf. It's another thing
To dog on the people that
right?
do.
Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't dog on people who don't have an elf visit.
So wait, do you have an elf visit?
Yes. And it's part of the soak it up while you can in my mind, because magic is magic is magic. And I love seeing the looks on the faces. And especially now that my older elf is, loving it too, it just makes it that much easier.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So she kind of helps sometimes.
Yeah. And
which
it's,
is nice.
1 month
Yeah.
of maybe a little bit of
Extra.
yeah,
work or-
but the extra joy, I think, is kind of where I am. And I know not everybody wants that in their life because everybody's busy, like we said. But at the same time, it's one more thing that I'm like, you know what? When it's gone, it's gone.
Speaking of gone, a friend of mine, I asked her like one of her traditions. So you know that house that everyone talks about on ranch land?
Yes, the moo cow, whatever. Moo cow, whatever.
It's usually got a big tree lit, and then the lights go along with a radio station.
Yep.
Well, prior to that, like back in the early 70s, there was a family. It was a German couple. I'm gonna say their name wrong. Dodigi. And they lived there, and they were known for having the biggest Christmas parties themselves. Off the wall Christmas parties.
Yeah.
Now that family and then the family that now lives in the ranch land house have no relation to one another, but it's just kind of interesting that house carried on that Christmas
The
tradition.
festive, yeah, that's
you
awesome.
know?
Do you go to a lot of Christmas parties?
Yeah, here and there.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, it's mostly, like I said, it's run around with family. Like, you go
Yeah.
from here to here to here. So,
Yeah, we don't really do Christmas party. I wish that was one thing we'd bring back. Also, a Christmas parade.
yes.
I think that would be so fun.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
Anyway,
Anyway, I
we're
didn't
used
mean
to cold weather
I know.
anyway. But
Yeah.
yeah. I just thought, just the Christmas party tradition. Like she was telling me, it was her folks, family, like friends, and yeah, it's just interesting that friends don't really get together as much as the family things. You do see a lot of people say, Friendsgiving and
Yep, Friendsmas, Friendsgiving.
Friendsmas,
Yep.
and that's a new thing.
Yep.
Which I like. I don't say it's a new thing, but like labeling
it's trendier.
it that.
Yeah, it's trendier. I like it. I mean, I think, again, anything you can do to make this time special and whatever that means to you, I think is, do it.
Yeah.
Because, every other day of the year can suck real hard, but this time of year, it should be magical. It should be fun and spent with loved ones. And Ranchland. So I was going to say we went through the Festival of Lights the other night. And then we were going to go through that, but we like to spread the wealth.
Yeah, there's a list. I think it's on Sequency. I'm pretty sure, but there's all kinds of lights
Cool
everywhere.
houses.
That was like a tradition of ours. Was always going, and we had to find the lights from last year.
Yeah.
And then then we would be yelling at each. It's not this way. It's that way. And
turn left.
yes,
Turn left.
Good
Yeah,
times.
we do that too.
Yeah.
That's part of our Christmas tradition as well. But I mean, so Festival of Lights, I think it was like $20 a car. Totally worth it. They put in so much work, and the sponsors out there, some of them, they're just amazing. I mean, if you haven't been, definitely go
And
check
it
it
goes
out.
towards a good cause.
Yeah.
And helping it.
And
run.
helping it sustain itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we all heard that it was going away, everybody was like, "Ah." So
Yes.
if you were one of those people, don't balk at spending the $20 a car,
Exactly.
right? And then there are free displays, like you mentioned, the Ranchland. I know there are a ton of other ones. Even driving down 36th Street, the back of people's yards is just gorgeous. We don't really do a whole. Do you decorate?
No.
I decorate inside, but we don't do a lot outside because we tend to leave our lights up until like April, and then our neighbors are like, "What the heck are they doing over there?"
We're busy.
Yeah. So, but I did remember on your post you talked about. So you asked people for their traditions. There was one that I thought was hilarious. Their family finds
Christmas.
Yeah. So they find like a Christmas movie. And then they give like a gag gift or a funny gift that's associated with that movie. Like one was the ball of lights from.
It was mostly Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious though. But the bunny suit from Christmas Story, like
my
she had
gosh.
it made and then gifted. I just think that's awesome. Those things are hilarious to me.
I actually just watched that movie through its entirety, I think, the other day.
A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
It's my nemesis.
Like, I think I might have actually fell asleep in it, even though I said I wasn't going to, because I haven't gone all the way through. But was there ever one childhood toy that you had to have that you talked about like that?
I'm sure every year there was something different. And
like one big thing or
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. And I generally always got it.
Yeah, that's
I was
same.
real spoiled, thanks to Santa and my mom and dad. It was always something different. And I know today's no different. There's always something trendy, especially with social media. Everybody wants, we were talking about the other day, all the expensive stuff. And, but no, I don't know. I mean, I think it was just one I do remember, but probably just because there are pictures. I got one of those like playhouses one year.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad was putting it together and farted in it. And that's probably why I remember, because I was in there and it's such a confined
so it was a
space.
hot box for the rest of the...
Yeah, it was a hot Christmas box. And I was like, okay, that's probably why I
can't
remember
remember
it. but-
anything specific, but like you said, I was very fortunate and I got pretty much whatever I wanted. A friend of mine told me though that he remembers something that he wanted. I forgot exactly what it was. I'm sure it was like some kind of BB gun like that, but he found it before Christmas. And because he found it before Christmas,
They sent it back?
they didn't give it to him. So then like, I guess somehow they knew that he had found it.
Yeah.
And he was like, like
That's the way to parent, though. We've been having this discussion with my kids lately because I think Claire might have been caught snooping at some point, but it only ruins it. I'm like, if you want to ruin your surprises on Christmas morning, have at it. Go snoop. I won't even send them back, but you're going to ruin the joy, and you'll only do it once. My sister did that one time.
drug me with her.
Don't ruin the magic.
Yeah, she drugged me with her. All of our gifts were hidden in our RV and not yet wrapped. And we went out there, and she was just like digging through like it was Christmas morning. And I was trying not to look, but I saw a couple things, and it just wrecked it for me. So I'm not a snooper. Are you a snooper?
No. Yeah, I think I remember snooping one time, and yeah, like what you said, the wrecking of the magic.
Oh,
because
you're like,
even if it was after the magic for,
Yeah.
older elves or whatever,
Right.
it still wrecked it for me because
a surprise is good.
yes,
I love a
Sometimes.
good surprise.
Most
Well,
of the time.
a good surprise. Yeah, I love
a Christmas surprise is
Yeah.
a good surprise.
Yeah, and so we keep telling them like, don't, if you want to, you're just gonna wreck it. And if you see something that someone else is getting, don't wreck it for them.
Yeah.
Don't steal their blessing, right? Yeah. So, yeah, Christmas it's always been one of my favorites, probably because I always have been so fortunate with family and blessings and gifts and, all the good things of the season. But I know that, again, that's not everybody's experience. So,
Yeah. Okay. Least favorite thing about Christmas.
money.
Yeah. Same.
I mean, the expectations have, they just weigh on this holiday. And
Yeah.
And so I see people who do like the something to read, something you need, something you want, and something to wear or something. And at first I was like, oh, lame. But now I'm like, yeah, get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Because
So it doesn't get overdone. Yeah,
it
I
is
agree.
so overwhelming, the amount of stuff. And we start shopping earlier every year because we think that it's going to help save us some money.
And then you end up getting just more.
Oh, and we just overindulge.
Yeah.
On everything. So yeah, I think money, and I think that's the same for everybody. I know time is probably another thing, and of course losing loved ones, and sometimes there's just not great associations with this time of year. But yeah, the expectation to provide everything that kids want, so that they don't feel
Not just kids too.
Everybody.
Like you expect this from.
Yeah.
You don't want to disappoint people at your workplace, at your friends, anything.
Yeah.
Just I guess the thought of disappointment during this time.
And then also on the other side of that is, kind of the shame part of it. And I hate to even use that word, but it's like, don't get your kids get your kids this. And if Santa brings your kids this, but not someone else's kid. And it's like, how am I?
There's not, you can't
There's
win
just
for
nothing
losing.
you can do. So I think, I guess, I try to remember that it's not so much about the gifts, but if I find something that I want my kids to have, or if I want to provide for them in a way that I can, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to feel bad about it. And if you can't provide for your kids and, you don't want to ask for help or you can't find help, that's okay too. Just don't put so many unrealistic expectations on yourself, especially if those expectations are coming from the outside. Mm-hmm. Because I think that's the quickest way to ruin what
magic.
Christmas is for you. And
Yeah.
whatever that is just honky-dory.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that was pretty beautiful. I liked that.
I don't know. I'm always looking
Now
for...
I feel like I need to sing some kind of Christmas song.
Hallelujah. No, I'm kidding. But, okay, so what's your favorite Christmas song?
I don't know. Probably the Mariah Carey one that everyone hates.
Get out of town. The one where she's like really high pitched?
Yeah, I asked Mike, I was like, what is that note?
Oh, God. It's an unbelievable, unreachable note.
It's real though.
Yeah. Mine is Oh Holy Night. I think it's because it probably stems from like my grandma or tradition or something, but there is not a time that I listen, like every time that song comes on, goosebumps and tears.
Really?
Every time. Even thinking about it, I don't know why. Probably a lot to do with Home Alone. It's just like such a really touching song. That there's another one I can't think of right now, but it was my grandma's favorite. And I don't know. I think it's all just this time of year. I don't care what's going on. Music gets me in the mood or in the feels or just makes me feel all the things.
I like to listen to it when I'm decorating the tree, but then I decorated this tree on my own and I got stuck doing it because it wasn't working out for me.
It's beautiful.
So thank you.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. If Denton,
and we love Denton.
Denton is our dented ornament. I don't know if we've talked about Denton.
I don't think we have.
But Denton got the front of the tree because usually the busted ornaments or the ugly ones get the back of the tree.
Yeah.
We figured we'd put them in the front, and then Ron would write a children's Christmas.
I really hope he writes a Christmas story.
And I get
about
20%.
There you go. It's a great idea. Who doesn't love
Denton.
the ornament that could?
The ornament that made the front.
Yeah.
the busted ass ornament
Yes.
that made the front of the
but
tree.
after that, I mean, I was done listening to, it was Michael Bublé. I had it on Michael
I love
Bublé.
Michael Bublé.
I do. I normally
Yeah.
do too, but that repeat lasted quite long.
Quite some time.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Yeah, and you know what's great about the Christmas season? It's here and then it's not. So even if you're sick of Christmas music or spending money or finding time to do certain things or cleaning or family, just know it's temporary. Mm-hmm. It will go, and then it will come back again next year. So just deal with it the best way you can.
Kind of like us.
Right?
On Coffee Talk.
I know, right? Which
Right.
we will be back next week,
yes.
right?
No, next year.
Next year.
Next year.
See you next year. All right. I think on that note, does that pretty much do it?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining Coffee Talk.
Muddy River News. Our home, our news.